Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you products that did not work for me. These are just disappointing products that I have tried. Either they just didn't work for my skin, I didn't like the texture, the formula, anything like that. So I'm going to be sharing that with you today. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave. And if you want to see all the products that just didn't work, then let's just go ahead and get started. Let's just ignore my nails. They're getting done very soon. I didn't have time before I started pre-filming to get them done. So real quick before we get started, obviously I'm going to say the disclaimer that I feel like everyone says in this video or these types of videos, and that is if something doesn't work for me, that doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. There's no need to get upset if I don't like something that you are like obsessed with, because a lot of things just don't work out for other people. Things I love might be things that you hate as well. Let's not get stressed about it. It's just makeup. It'll be okay. The next 10 minutes will fly by and it'll end and you'll be like, didn't affect my life at all, right? The first thing I want to talk about is this KORRES Black Pine 3D Sculpting, Affirming, and Lifting Eye Cream. Now, I did love the way this made my under eyes feel, but it burned the absolute teetotal crap out of my eyes. It burned so bad, and I tried to like really make sure I didn't get too close to my eyes and everything, and it's an eye cream, so you gotta get it somewhat close to your eyes. But for some reason, I just couldn't make this work for me. It just stung so bad and I got so tired of using it. Next up is this Makeup Revolution Triple Baked Bronzer, and this one's in the shade Hot Summer of Love. The main reason why I don't like this is because it is so shimmery. I am not using this as a bronzer. If I put this all over my face, you will question me forever. This looks more like a highlighter. But like right there, that's the true color. It's just too dark for me to use, and I'm not using this as a bronzer. That's more of a highlight. Maybe I could use the other two shades as a highlighter. So that's the lighter two put together, which is nice, but it's still too deep of a tone for me to highlight with. Next up, we have these Jordana Sweet Cream Matte Lip Colors. I did not do a video on these. I did a full video on the Wet n Wild liquid lips like forever ago when they first came out. Still absolutely love those, but I didn't like the formula of these very much. I like the Wet n Wild ones better. These are too dry, they're too thin, and they don't wear on my lips really well. They do kind of have that same, like, if you tried the Kylie Cosmetics liquid lip the very first time they came out, this is what they feel like. And they smell just like it too. It's like that sweet cream, like a sweet icing on top of a cupcake. And I don't know, I just don't like that super drying feeling for liquid lips anymore. Like, my liquid lip has to be comfortable, which is why I've kind of switched out different liquid lips that I use. Like, I use the Smashbox ones, I use the Wet n Wild ones. There's just a bunch of different other options that are not super drying like these. So these are not my favorite. I don't really like them. I did buy the full collection when they first came out, so my loss. Yeah. If you do like more of a drying formula, then you might like this. I mean, it's a good, cheaper alternative to higher end ones. So this is a Model's Own bronzer. I love a lot of Model's Own products. I think they have some great things. This is in Light Tan 01, and I think you could tell why I don't really like this. It is just way too orange for me. The formula is really nice though. It's very creamy, very, very soft. But I like a warm bronzer, but this is just too much. You put this on your face, it is going to make you look super, super orange. And for this to be light tan, that kind of throws me off too, because I would not expect this to be a light tan. I'm not a fan of the color, but I do like the formula. So hopefully they come out with more shades. This product is one that surprised me so much because I love the other powder from this brand. It's from the brand Flower Beauty, but I was like, I'm going to try the translucent one because I love the colored powder. And this is the Flower Beauty Miracle Matte Translucent Finishing Powder. And I think whenever I used to talk about the powder that I got from them that had the tint to it, a lot of people thought I was talking about this one, which is a matte powder because I'm more oily, and people kind of think, oh, okay, she definitely went with the matte one, which I didn't. I went with the ones with the shade. I would always use the shade L01. But I got this because I was like, this must be what people are talking about, and they're saying they don't like it. And I tried it out. Oh my gosh, if you want flashback, here you go. But when you go to wipe away the powder, it just sticks, and you can see where you've applied the powder. You can see it in daylight, you can see it in photos. This will flash back really bad as well. It was one of those products that I tried that once you put it on your face, it's not gonna blend out. You know what I'm saying? It's a really finely milled powder, but it's just, it's a little too much if you think about it, because you can't work with it. You can't blend it out and you can't put it all over your face. So I was a little disappointed by this, but if you're looking for a great powder from this brand, the tinted ones, L01, so good to set your under eye with. Next up, I have these two primers that I don't like for the same exact reason. We have the Model's Own Face Base Face Primer, and then we also have the Bronx Pore Minimizer Studio Line. I just don't like these because they have that like silicone feel. They make me more oily than I should be. My makeup kind of slides around with these products, and they're just not my favorite. So that's a really simple one. I feel like with oily skin, it's really hard to find like pore minimizing products or even sometimes mattifying primers that aren't too silicone-y. Sometimes I find that that's great when you first apply it and it mattifies the skin or blurs the appearance of pores, but as you go throughout the day and your oils start to mix in with that, it just starts to become a mess and break up, and it just doesn't work. I find that these two do that to me. I'm not a big fan of them at all. I think if you have more normal to dry skin, you would like these, but if you're oily, I would say these are a pass. We now have the Too Faced Natural Love palette. I've used this just a couple times and I wasn't impressed with the shades in here. I don't know what it is, but every time I get a new Too Faced palette, I'm just not inspired. I don't know what look I want to do because they're all so neutral and the same, and I don't know. Something about them I'm just not excited about. This was definitely one of those palettes that I got that I was like, I'm not really feeling it. There's a ton of shimmer, barely any matte shades. I found that I didn't enjoy putting them on. I mean, if you love these kind of shades and you don't have them in your collection, you might like it. But I just feel like the formula is not outstanding. I feel like there's drugstore eyeshadows that is comparable to this. You could save some cash. I love the brand Too Faced. I love a bunch of stuff from them. But their eyeshadow palettes just haven't been wowing me lately. And this is one of those palettes that I knew I wasn't going to use very often. I want to give you an example. This shade Fairy Tale right here, it is not very pigmented. It's mostly just glitter specks in there. And I just don't like that. I mean, it's the shades like this that I look forward to have like a really good base to it with that shimmer on top so I can apply it all over my lid. But this shade that I would be most excited about is basically like a sheer shadow with glitter in it. You know, it's nothing really that special. Next up, I have this Tan Luxe. Okay. Tan Luxe. I saw these people on HSN and I was like, oh my god, look at this self-tanner. These girls look absolutely amazing. I need it in my life. I love self-tanning. Been doing it for a very long time, as you guys know. And this was, I thought, easy to work with, but I was so streaky and the color just wasn't there. You gotta work to get the color with this product. With Loving Tan, you know, you can just go ahead and apply it, sleep on it, wake up in the morning, and you're nice and tan. This one, you need to use a few nights in a row to have a really deep tan, but I find that it's not consistent, it's not very even, and it gives me more of like an orange tone than like a natural kind of olive tan. They say when you apply this, it's normal to turn red, but when I put it on my body, Davis was like, you are turning like beet red. Like my skin was just so incredibly red. So I don't know why it does that. I mean, it's supposed to, supposedly. I mean, my hands looked awful. My arms, and it's one of those things where it doesn't have a color guard or anything, so you don't know where you're applying it. You're just supposed to apply this with your lotion and then mix it all over your body, but I always got streaky. Always, and I just feel like having a color guard is so much easier because that way you can see where you're putting it. Okay, and the last product I want to talk about is just this mask, which I think I mentioned this past month in my hits and misses video, but if you didn't watch that, I did mention this mask, and I don't really like it. I know it's a more pricey item. I do really love this texture spray. It is absolutely amazing if you want some texture, you don't want something to weigh down your hair, make your hair feel dirty. This is so good. But this product right here, I was relying on this because I was like, ooh, I could take like a hair mask with me while I'm traveling. I was like, okay, I've got a hair mask, I'm good, I can wash my hair, will be great, and it'll be smooth, all of that. But I put this in my hair. First off, the spray is so like, let me see if I can show you guys. It's just such a aggressive thin spray. That's what it looks like. I even tried spraying it to my hands and applying it to my hair. It does smell really good. I tried many different ways of using it, but I just wasn't a fan. I put hair masks from my ear down because if I put it up towards my roots, I will get super oily and it like just defeats the purpose of me washing my hair. So I always keep it away from my roots. I keep it down here. So I would spray all into the bottom ends of my hair. I sprayed it to my hands, massaged it to my hair. I did exactly what it said. Leave it on 2 to 3 minutes, rinse it out with cold water, and it just made my hair feel bland. Like, it was so dry, not the way a mask should make your hair feel. So I was a little disappointed in this, I have to say. I'm not saying the brand is bad at all. Obviously, I like other products from them, as well as all the brands I mentioned in this video. This one was just a dud, and I would say save your money on it and buy a different hair mask. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. Let me know down below in the comments what some of your favorite products are. If you have tried any of these, let me know if you like them or not as well. How do you use them? I'm also interested if you have any alternatives to these products. I want to hear them down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.